From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
The President of the United States has signed into law your $1,400 third stimulus check. Millions of Americans started to receive the check yesterday, more are receiving it today. But what are the other items in the $1,400 third stimulus package? This is the first of 3 recordings on Afternoons LA. This one goes over the big other money in that stimulus package across the country. The video after this goes over purple, money right now, not 5 days from now. And then we wrap Afternoons LA with the tracking of that missing direct deposit stimulus check and the significance of this March 17th deadline. 3 shows, 1 big Afternoons, and the excitement erupts right now across the land as Afternoons LA gets underway right now. It's a big day of exciting new news, and there's a lot of exciting news coming to this show specifically, and I'll have more of it later on. So stay with me to the end of this recording. I have a big surprise for you as well. Congratulations. $14 third stimulus checks are landing in the bank accounts today. More landed yesterday. But why is there confusion about the routing times? Why is suddenly big banks now involved with a March 17 date? If you've not been tuning in to LA throughout the day, I'll have that update for you at the tail end of Afternoons LA. This is the first of 3 shows. This one goes over the big items in the third stimulus package that is available for you for money. I'm going to show you how you can get upwards of $50,000 in the third stimulus package. Yes, get ready for your eyes to roll. Then the video after this is purple. Money available from second stimulus that you can get right now before even third stimulus lands in your bank account. And then at about an hour from now is the mystery about that electronic receipt of your stimulus check, which is great timing because that'll give an additional hour because some viewers are still getting the stimulus check in the last half hour. I'll have big updates for you about what you should expect today and tomorrow for your stimulus check. But first, hit that subscribe to this video. Boy, we have been on fire, and you have been absolutely wonderful. Your information has, your sophistication has gone from here to there in a very quick period of time. You have understood how to track, how to determine where to know money is available. And now let's get to the big money, the Biden bucks, that big money under third stimulus package. $50,000, yes. I'm going to give you a quick example of how you could start in just a mindset of a $14 stimulus check, but could suddenly see $50,000 in just a second. Here we go. Married couple with 2 kids ages 5, where both parents are Uber and Lyft drivers, and they need rent assistance and SNAP. How much money can they get? Get that pen and paper. Let's see if you can do the math faster than I can. Husband and wife will get a $2,800 stimulus check. The 2 children, ages 5 or younger, are going to get 5 and 5. That's $10,000. So in just stimulus, just to start, they're going to see $12,800 of money. $10,000 and $2,800. That's $12,800 just to start. Now, how about that Uber and Lyft situation? They're going to get a $5,000 grant for each of them because they're both Uber and Lyft drivers. So instead of $12,800, now they have jumped another $10,000. $24,000 we're at. Wow. We just have started. What about money for rent? Well, they can get upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 in rent. That's bringing them close to $30,000. And then we go to SNAP benefits. A family of 4 with a 15% increase by executive orders of Joe Biden could see about $16,000 to $18,000 a year in SNAP benefits. Suddenly, 2 or 3 or 4 stimulus checks of $1,400 looks really small because this family is now approaching over $40,000 in stimulus they can get in this package, and I've already done it in less than 5 minutes. That was actually less than 2 minutes. This shows you how the mindset of a viewer who subscribes to this channel should be to pounce. Pounce as a hawk, because boy, there is a lot of money in this package for you, and you should never take yourself out of the equation. Now, I'm going to make it very simple. If you make less than $45,000 a year, I have a lot of money for you in the stimulus package. If you're a single person, I have a lot of money for you in the stimulus package. And if you're on SSI and SSDI, don't take yourself out of the equation, because this is you as well. What are the items? Well, in addition to the stimulus check, there is money for unemployment. UI, PUA, FPUC will be extended from March to September. Your UI, PUA, and FPUC will not lapse. Your PUA recipients will have 79 weeks and PUC will have 53 weeks. If you start unemployment benefits at the start of the pandemic, you will not go off claim. You will stay on claim. You will not have to file for a new claim. Just continue to certify and ignore any letters you got from your state that said you're about to lose benefits in just a few days. Likely those letters were before this law was passed. PUA and FPUC is delicious, but what's actually more delicious? Your first $10,200 of unemployment benefits in 2020 are tax-free. This is a major developing detail, and the detail needs to be fixed with a tax return. There's no way to get that fixed situation by calling someone up or requesting it. The first $10,200 of your unemployment benefits in the year 2020 is now tax-free. So if you already pay taxes on it, you need to fix that with a tax preparer. Next, child care tax credit. A lot of money, and a lot of money across the board. If you have a child age 13 or less, you can get up to $4,000 of child care tax credit for one child and up to $8,000 for 2 or more children. It's based upon a 50% cost of your child care costs. Then we go to those children and that big $5,000 or $4,400 of child money across the board. If you tune into Mornings LA today, you heard the breaking developing news, which is Cory Booker has now asked in a major push that it becomes a lifetime benefit. I don't see it happening anytime soon. So enjoy the deliciousness of it this year. How much will you get? If you have a child 5 to newborn, $5,000. You have a child 17 to 6, $4,400. How will it pay? $14 stimulus check with you. And then they get $300 a month starting the month of July if they are 5 to newborn, and then they get $3,000 or $250 a month starting the month of July if they're 17 to 6. Now, here are a couple things you need to know about the amount and the application. Viewers of this channel at this point know the amount. They see the amount, they hear the amount, they are laser focused on all this great money. But then there's questions about who gets it. This is what you need to know. Number one, the stimulus check is limited in the number of people in the household. The bill says 4. Some viewers are getting checks for 6. It's always that way. For some reason, there's always some recipient that gets more than they're supposed to get, but they get it. So congratulations if you do. Number 2, the children's check of $3,600 or $3,000, that by indication does not have a limit on the number of children that can get it in your household. Great news. Number 3, the income qualification for this is unchanged. It's less than 47. It's if you make less than 75,000 individual or 150,000 married couple. That's unchanged. So what do you need to know? What you need to know is that the IRS knows the child exists and is with you. This will singularly be the biggest item that viewers will not deal with appropriately, I can predict. I fully have seen in the initial comments of viewers in the last few days, they say, when am I getting that check? And I'm like, well, does IRS know the child exists? No. Well, you need to alert IRS. Well, can I do that non-filer filing? Can I just go to a website and type in my kids' names? No, no, no. You have to fix this with a tax return. And then some people have still not come up to speed and understanding that every American citizen is allowed to file a tax return, even voluntarily. And the tax return is singularly the best way to fix things under the second and third stimulus package. The IRS needs to know the child exists, is a dependent with you, and appears as a dependent on your tax return. And then when the IRS knows that, you will get paid. Remember, these checks are coming from the IRS. They're not coming from anyone else. They need to know the child exists. Which brings us to the next item. Student loan forgiveness and student financial aid. Student loan debt forgiveness is not in this. It does have a provision which impacts it, but student loan debt forgiveness is that standalone bill in the Senate. It is not yet passed. Rather, financial aid of $1,700 is in this third stimulus package. You would get that from your college financial advisor. Reach out to them, plus a $14 stimulus check, which would go to your parents if you're a dependent. Hazard pay. Hazard pay, $1,502. If you worked during the pandemic, made less than $25,000, that's item number one. Number two, you're 19 years or older. The words to understand is that this is actually called the Earned Income Tax Credit, and the words hazard pay don't appear in the bill. One of the viewers in one of the comments before said, this has always existed. No, it's untrue. Earned income tax credit has always existed, but never at $1,502 and never at this number of eligibility. This is a totally new version of the earned income tax credit, and it's only for 1 year. Then let's turn over to paid sick leave. $1,400 based upon a $73,000 annual salary. Where do you apply for this? Not clear yet. How much? $1,400, $73,000 salary or higher. Less than that, no problem. It's just reduced. One of the things I also want to go over is rent, and also mortgage assistance and business assistance, and also the push for forced stimulus. How will this all pan out? I have all these details coming up in just a second. Don't leave me. And I also have a big surprise for you as Afternoons LA continues right after this commercial break. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then Afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. It's a big day with a lot of exciting, great details, and I'm so excited you're here. If you have not hit that subscribe button, hit it right now. And I'm really excited for you because countless viewers have already received their $14 third stimulus check in their bank account. There's Tina in the room, and there is Vanette and Victor Canelli, and there's Art, and there is Yvette, and there is J.R. Rucker, and there's Jenny, and there's Sandy, and there's Kathy, and there is Gail. It's a big day with a lot of incredible details across the board. Some of the comments I saw during the commercial break or questions were great. Let me answer some of those questions right now. One of the viewers said, when is that non-filer filing reopening? This is what you need to know. If you need to fix something, you fix it with a tax return. You can't fix it with the non-filer filing. The non-filer filing has not returned since summer of last year. It ain't coming back anytime soon. The way you fix things is with a tax return. Unemployment. If you need to fix things with unemployment, you fix it with a tax return. If you have to fix things for child care tax credit or telling the IRS that the child exists, a tax return. Everything is a tax return. Everything in this stimulus package derives from three locations. Tax returns to fix things, SBA to get business grants, or your state and local for applications. Almost nothing is anywhere else. I'm going to go over those two items right now. SBA is where business grants are, and your state and local is where rent, utilities, mortgage assistance are as well. Those items, let's get to them. There's a lot of money available for rent, utilities, and food under the third stimulus package. Now, coming right up after this video is Purple, in which I show you how you get money right now, not 5 days from now, not 5 months from now, in addition to third stimulus. And even if you got rent before, under first stimulus or second stimulus, you can get again on the third stimulus. There's available rent for low-income, middle-class, homeless people, and not necessarily if you are behind on rent. In some cases, you could still qualify if you have financial hardship because of the pandemic. It includes utility assistance as well. Mortgage assistance. Mortgage assistance is similarly really great. It includes mortgage assistance if it's privately held. It includes assistance for homeowner expenses and also homeowner utilities. Where will you apply for this? City, state, and county. When will they be there? Based upon prior stimulus packages, not for a couple weeks. That's why you got to tune into Purple coming up right after this video. One of the messages I've not said throughout today, and I need to say it right now. The eviction moratorium on the federal level is set to expire. It may not get renewed. The mortgage forbearance is same as well. Now, your state may have a longer deadline on those, but the federal one is not in this bill. It was a standalone executive orders, and they may expire. We will watch that intently, so make sure you subscribe to this channel not to miss it. Finally, business assistance. In that opening segment of this video where I talked about the husband and wife, the 2 kids, both for Uber and Lyft drivers, $5,000 EIDL grant, go get it. Go get it. $5,000 EIDL grant is calculated the following way. Well, it has 2 eligibility criteria. 1, you had a business during the pandemic and had a downturn of your business by 30 to 50%. And 2, you have less than 10 employees. That is it. Those are the only 2 qualifications for this EIDL $5,000 grant. What I expect myself to be doing over the next few weeks is going live with you with a copy of the SBA website, and I will go through it line by line with you to show you that there's not just 1, not just 2, but 4 EIDL grants at this point, which makes a lot of people a lot of confusion. There's another EIDL grant coming live under this third stimulus package, a different one that is for low-income-based communities. That's not the $5,000 grant. That's a different one. This $5,000 grant has nothing to do with anything but those 2 income qualifications. There's 2 other There's 2 other grants that SBA is going to go live with in addition to those 2 EIDL grants. Yeah, it's a lot. They're going live with the shuttered venue grant. That's if you own a theater, which is most of the viewers do not. Or you have anything from a taco truck to a 5-star dining restaurant. That's the restaurant grant. That's probably you. How much does that pay? A lot of money. Is it free? It is free. It's grant money. How do you calculate it? 2020 revenue subtracted from 2019 revenue. This is going to be a lot of money. And so singly, the most important message you need to know, thank you, Lisa, for the super chat, is that when this goes live, you can't miss it. Whether it's the restaurant grant or the EIDL grant, when they go live, the funds will be gone within 3 days. There's no time to wait, and you need to hit the subscribe to this this video so you don't miss anything. Ultimately, it's a lot of money in this third stimulus package. You have seen in this recording how while you may be tracking the $14 stimulus check, there's a lot of other money. And that other money in the third stimulus package is at least $5,000. But in addition to that, there is second stimulus, purple money, and it's coming up right after this. In this next recording, I go over $5, $10, $15, $20,000 money you can get right now, not 5 days from now, not 5 months from now. And after that, I'm back with the tracking of the check. The big updates today about the direct deposit information about the third stimulus check. That'll be the final video on Afternoons LALATE. And guess what? There's a surprise. The surprise is Evenings LALATE and Early Mornings LALATE are returning to this channel with new taped programming, taped for that day, not archived or throwback videos. New shows are coming to this channel for Early Mornings LALATE and Evenings LALATE. And you may see them starting tonight. Stay with me as Afternoons LALATE continues in just a minute with Purple.